The Colosseum in Rome is one of the most famous buildings in the world. It was built almost 2,000 years ago and was used for entertainment, like gladiator fights and wild animal hunts. But under the ground, there are secret tunnels and dark chambers that tell a much darker story. What really happened beneath the Colosseum? The Colosseum, also called the Flavian Amphitheater, was built by the Roman Empire in 80 AD. It could hold up to 50,000 people who came to watch the games. But below the arena floor, in the underground tunnels, a darker world existed. The hypogeum was similar to a theater's backstage area, but it was used for dangerous and violent games. Animals and gladiators were raised to the arena floor via trapdoors, surprising the audience. This underground world was where the true preparation for these bloody games occurred. The hypogeum is one of the most amazing parts of the Colosseum's design. The Romans used advanced engineering to move animals and fighters quickly, making the games more exciting. But it also shows how brutal and carefully planned the events were. Gladiators were the fighters in the Colosseum. Many of them were slaves, prisoners of war, or criminals forced to fight to survive. Although some gladiators became famous and rich, most of them lived very short, difficult lives. Gladiators were trained to fight in specialized schools. They were taught how to use various weapons and fight in front of an audience. However, while some saw them as heroes, the majority were treated as slaves, with no control over their lives. Gladiator games were used by Roman rulers to demonstrate their power while also entertaining the people. Gladiators were popular among the general public, but the wealthy Romans used them as tools in a system of control and violence. The Romans did not simply make humans fight. They also used wild animals from across the empire, such as lions, tigers, elephants, and bears, to create dangerous and deadly games. These events, known as venations, or wild beast hunts, were extremely popular. The animals were kept in small cages beneath the Colosseum and lifted into the arena when it was time to fight. Many of these animals were hunted and killed for sport, demonstrating the Romans' dominance over nature. Animals were brought from all parts of the Roman Empire, including Africa and Asia. They were used in these deadly games, often to fight each other or to be killed by gladiators. The Romans wanted to show they could control even the most dangerous animals. Not everyone who entered the Colosseum's arena was a trained fighter. Many prisoners, especially criminals or people who opposed the Roman Empire, were sent into the arena to die. Some were executed in brutal ways, while others were thrown to wild animals. These prisoners had no chance of surviving. For the Romans, public deaths were a way to demonstrate power and control while also instilling fear in the people. The Colosseum was used not only for games, but also for punishment and death. These executions were designed to send a message to the people of Rome. If you broke the law or challenged the empire, you could end up in the arena. It was a brutal form of justice, but it was part of the Roman way of keeping order. After the Roman Empire fell, the Colosseum was no longer used for games. It was abandoned, and over time, parts of it were taken apart to build other buildings. The underground tunnels and chambers became hidden and forgotten. Today, archaeologists are rediscovering the secrets of the Colosseum, especially its dark history underground. The remains of animals, tools, and human bones show us how violent the Colosseum really was. Archaeologists claim that studying the hypogeum and other parts of the Colosseum has taught them a lot more about how the games were organized and what terrible things happened there. It helps them understand the darker aspects of Roman entertainment. Today, the Colosseum is a popular tourist attraction and a symbol of Roman history. But it also reminds us of how cruel humans can be. The violence that took place here is a dark part of the past, but it's important to remember so we can learn from it. The Colosseum represents both the greatness and the cruelty of the Roman Empire. It was a place of advanced engineering and entertainment, but also a place of suffering. It shows us that even the most powerful societies can have a dark side. Even after all these years, the Colosseum contains many secrets. Its underground tunnels convey Rome's dark history, in which people and animals fought and died for the sake of public entertainment. These are the dark secrets hidden beneath the Colosseum. The Colosseum is a reminder of Rome's power and cruelty. It was not just a place for games, but a stage for death and control. By exploring its hidden history, we can better understand the past and how far we have come.